Hey everyone, this is Rick Morgan. Sometimes get asked what happens to modern comics if you expose them to blue light or even daylight. Do they fade the same way as the Silver Age and Bronze Age books that you usually do? And additionally, what about in a case from CBCS or CGC? Are they safe in there? And I've done some experiments and shown some things, but I've been asked recently, so I decided to try it again. And in this case, I tried it with a copy of All Out New X-Men number 20, which has this sort of a misleading cover with the original younger Cyclops kissing Laura Kinney. And I did it because it has some reds and some yellows and some blues and some blacks, all the things I wanted to test. The setup was that I completely masked the lower left corner of the 3x5 little cutout, and I masked the lower right corner with a section of one of my Slab Max UV pieces that's supposed to protect it, from UV light and not visible light, of course, UV light, and just see what the differences are. It's a little difficult to get good data because what I didn't realize was that both the piece of cardboard I laid on the lower left and the piece of plastic kind of bowed up a little bit under the heat after a while, and so they let some light in. So I didn't get a complete mask, and I didn't get a complete shield with the UV, but there'll be differences in any case. And I left them under 435 nanometer light for a week, 168 hours. I left them, didn't touch them, came back, checked it out. So this is what they look like when they were in test, and shortly I'll show you what they look like when we're done. So here's the test when we're done. We can see these little flaps that were masked in the lower left, and the lower right with just a shield, like a visible shield that's better than the stuff that the CBCS provides. And yeah, it's better when there's absolutely no light at all, and it's a slightly faded where there is just the shield in place, but of course much better than no shield at all. If we noticed anything at all, I think we would primarily notice that the yellows are really faded, and the reds, which is surprising, not too faded. If we show you the reds here, you'll see that they're not really that bad in this modern book. In an older book, in a Bronze Age or a Silver Age book, the reds would have been just devastated, and the yellows as well. But which is something consistent with our experience from the older books, is that the blues and the blacks are not harmed at all. Of course, this meets our expectations mostly, but the red didn't get a lot of fading, which was really good. So one thing I'm going to do next is remove a book from a slab entirely and try a similar thing with peroxide on it. So we'll try masking with light on a modern book, putting peroxide on part of the book and part not. I'm going to use this book here, and just so you can see, this is what the book looks like. Under normal natural conditions, you can see that this is the masked area. Here entirely, this is the masked with my UV slab mask board. So it's doesn't look brand new, but it's I would say considerably less. So yeah, but the other colors, in particular these blues, like from here to here, blacks, you really can't tell. And in the red on the bottom, it's subtle at best. It almost didn't get it. I mean, you can tell in certain lighting conditions, you can see it, but otherwise, not too bad. But this yellow on this book, again, we need to do a bigger population, is or the orange, whatever color that you would call that, is basically devastated. But the others, not so much. I think we need some greens and try some other different modern books as well to kind of wrap our heads around this amount of knowledge. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and look out for my next one on that next book, the whatever it's called, I forgot. But anyway, you see that, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.